Hello, the following video is about equation of a straight line. The example we are going to look at is finding the equation of the straight line joining the point A, -1, 6, to the point B, 3, -2. First thing we have to think about is the general equation of a straight line, which is y equals mx plus c, where m is your gradient and c the y-intercept, where it cuts the vertical axis. First thing we have to do in these questions then is have a look at our coordinates. So first coordinate then is a, -1, 6. So that's made up of two things, it's an x part and a y part. So the x part, which I'm going to call x1, because it's the first of my two coordinates. So its x part is -1, and the y, again y1, is 6. Same exact thing in b then. B is the coordinate 3, -2. So that means the x part at x, we'll call that x2, is +3, and its y is -2. Okay, and the reason I'm sticking the brackets around the negatives is just so we don't miss them out when we're working later on. Okay, the reason we did that is because these component parts, the x coordinate and the y coordinate, are really important to calculate gradient. Okay, if we remember the basic definition of gradient, then is that the gradient is the vertical distance divided by the horizontal distance. In terms of coordinates then, it's the difference between your two coordinates. So the vertical, well that's y axis, will be y2 minus y1, and divide that by horizontal, so that's your x2 and your x1. So y2 reading from above then is -2, and we'll take away the 6 from that, make that look a bit more like a 6. And at the bottom then, the x2 is 3, and we'll take away -1. So the top line then, -2 take away 6, well that's -8. The bottom line, 3 take away -1. Be careful here, because taking away a negative, remember, is the same as adding the positive. So instead of 3 take away -1, we're going to change that to 3 plus 1. Okay, work through that again, so that's going to be -8 over, well 3 plus 1 is 4, and having a look at this last bit, 8 over 4 is 2, because there's 2 4s and 8, so that's going to be -2. Right, so we now know gradient. Gradient is -2. So we'll go back to the formula we had before. So what was that? Y equals mx plus c. Now substitute in the fact we now know gradient. So that's going to be that y is -2x plus c. Right, so we still have to work out what c is. But what we can use again is just go back to your coordinates again. So I'm going to take the coordinate a, which was at -1, 6. So remember that means that the x is at -1 at the same time as y is at 6. So if we put that into the formula from above, then y is going to be 6 at the same time as x is -1. So if we just work this through, we should be able to get c value out from it. So 6 equals -2 times -1 should be +2 plus c, and 2 plus what gives you 6? Oh, that's good, c is 4. Let's finish the equation off then. Y equals -2x plus 4. Okay, so what does that mean? It means you have a line that goes down 2 boxes for every box that goes along to the right, and it cuts the y-axis, that's the vertical axis, at the point 0, 4. And that's how you do equations of straight lines. Thank you.